Hey Sagittarians, welcome back to Deku Tarot and welcome to your December 2020 reading. I think a happy birthday is in order. It's your birthday season. So happy birthday to all of you. I know it's not the normal Sagittarius birthday season filled with going out and celebrating with all of your friends and just all the amazing good times that you guys are known for, but it's still going to be a really amazing season for you guys. I'm doing this different thing this month because your energy always makes me want to try out something different, want to explore new ways of doing things, of experiencing, and I decided in this wonderful Sagittarian energy to listen to a song. Like the first song I would associate with that sign just like immediately off the bat right now, just if I channeled it. And I'm just listening to that song before every sign. And your song, unsurprisingly, was a song by a band I used to love in college, especially when I was kind of dating this Sagittarius. And like this song always reminds me of that person's energy, which was just so fun, and like we never knew what kind of night we were gonna have or where that was gonna go, or like the next funny thing this person was gonna say. It's this kind of unpredictable yet yearning, excited energy, like always looking to learn, always looking to grow. And I don't know why I always associate Sagittarian energy with Fiddler. And I don't know if you guys know that band. If not, check them out. They're a surf punk band. It's just very Sag vibey. So I listened to No Waves by them just before I started this reading, and just I'm feeling your energy. I pulled out a few cards during that as well, so we're going to talk. Just going to get right into this, okay? So what does it take to be successful? You would know. Yet you also feel tired of working this hard, and you should. With Capricorn in your work sector for the past, however many years it's been in Jupiter and Saturn, your ruling planet Jupiter especially, it's been very difficult, and it's just hard because you guys have this urge, and I'm trying to find a better way to approach this, but you know what? I think you can handle it. You guys are kind of on this path right now, and you have been, because maybe we can blame it on the planets, all that Capricornian influence. You've been working so hard that you've completely exhausted yourself. And the thing is, you are successful. You already know what success is. You've been in that driver's seat, proving it to everybody around you exactly how amazing you are, exactly why you are the best at what you do, and constantly innovating and taking on new tasks, taking on new abilities. And when people are still kind of getting at you, saying, oh, well, you didn't do this right, or oh, you didn't do this, it's such a slap in the face to you that you feel the need to prove them all right, even if it's not worth it, even if it just is a waste of your time and energy, because they already know that. That's why they're saying it in the first place, right? It's jealousy. But do you guys recognize that? I don't know. So again, you don't have to continue working this hard just to prove that you're the best. Everybody already knows it. So why compete at something you're already the winner at? Whose approval really do you seek? Your peers? Your friends? Why? The people that you work with? Why? You don't need to seek their approval. You're already doing their best. You already have it. And for some reason, you've got it in your head that you have to keep on this path of seeking someone's approval, but you don't have to anymore. You've come so far with something, and this month, with your ruling planet doing this amazing thing for the first time in 20 years, and actually the first time in 200 years for this to happen between air signs, we have that great conjunction on the 20th, 21st of Jupiter and Saturn. And it's right after they both move into Aquarius, like days after. So we have this insanely expansive shift. There's going to be so much more, and it's going to really vibe with you guys, of course. You guys are all about expansion and learning and growing, and how can I better my intellect? What else can I learn? What else can I take on? How many more hats can you put on is always the question, right? So when our responsibilities and our social connections are going to be expanding in this extremely amazing way, this shift into this new dawn of an era of socially, like politically in the world here, we have just this amazing new chapter opening up. So should you go that way? Should you do that thing that you've wanted to do? Should we possibly let go of the past and open ourselves up to something totally different, a totally new trajectory in life, even for some of you, when that solar eclipse happens on December 14th in your sign? Yeah, we had that lunar eclipse right at the beginning of the month there, or well, November 30th, but it really kicked off December, right? In your opposite sign of Gemini. And we're going to be having these eclipses in both you and Gemini for quite a while now, because the nodes have shifted into your sign. As we know, they've been going on in Cancer and Capricorn for a long time. Believe me, I know, as a Cancer rising, hasn't been fun. But it has still been a really wonderful and interesting moments of awakening when they happen. And you guys will experience that as well. And I do feel that this one on December 14th, with all of these other important astrological moments happening right around it, you guys are set to take on something brand new. Where will you go next? What do you seek? What have you been wanting to do but haven't really gone for? It could be a totally different career path trajectory. Maybe you want to learn something new, go back to school. But you can do that. There's no reason that you can't. You've put yourself in a position where you have nothing left to prove to these people that you seem to be mentally in competition with. Get out of that. You don't have to. Let it go. Things become clearer as well. If you've been confused about what it is you need to do, how it is we need to get out of this rut, how it is we need to break this tension of this, it just feels like a suffocating, and maybe it is just 2020 and it's everybody feeling this, but it just feels like a suffocating, like, loop. And you guys need difference. You need things to change. You need things to shift. Fire signs, especially you guys, Sagittarius, are always looking to jump off and run in a new direction. And when we haven't been able to do that with the lockdowns and everything else going on this year, and unforeseen responsibilities, and, well, I mean, all of this really this year has been unforeseen. Let's be real. You had to deal with all of that, on top of doing everything else that you do, on top of being the best, on top of, you know, being that person at work that is really doing it all and not really getting any of the credit. And that has not been fun. You dealt with the blunt end of a higher up's disapproval way too many times for it to be like, why are you doing this? Are you serious? You're gonna come at me? Really? Okay, no thanks. I don't have control here, and I'm done dealing with somebody who is a megalomaniac. Bye. I would rather take control of my life than give it over to you. And again, with this card showing up in the dead center of your reading here so far, don't forget that he's here, the King of Wands. You in that leadership position, you taking control, you showing the world. Actually, you don't have to show them anything, because you just are. Like, just being, making this decision, making that move. So, opportunities to push on are abound. New beginnings, something that you can, a seed that you can plant now will grow into something really great. And I do feel, especially in terms of communication for you guys, with everything moving to Aquarius, if you have something that you've been wanting to put out there, writing wise, word wise, social media, whatever, get out there and do it. It's going to really grow. And make sure, you know, especially towards the end of the month, that you're putting it out there, that you're speaking your mind, that you're putting whatever it is that you've needed to, or that you've wanted to and have held back on, you know, out again in terms of writing, like music, art, social media. If you want to start like a podcast even, or like a YouTube or something like that, go for it. Why not? Why not? I think that you will be a lot more, I mean, you will be a lot more successful than you ever imagined. Luck is with you. Work gets easier, I promise you. When everything starts moving into Aquarius, it's going to free up for you guys. And I don't know if you can imagine that after like what you've been through the past few years in terms of how intense and dominating work has been for you and that structure around the work environment and career. But now is the time to branch off in your own direction. The decision's been made. And by that time that eclipse hits, it's already going to be, you're already done. You're already there. You're already out the door doing whatever else it is that you've been wanting to do. So do it. New aspirations and goals will be required here for this new you, though. So decide what it is that you want and let go of the emotions, of the attachments, of the dissatisfying place that you've been in and what you've been accepting. Let it go. It's just kind of like, no, I'm done. And an image that I saw when I was listening to that music before I started the video and pulling your cards, saw a very clear image of somebody on a horseback who had huge, packs or whatever that you would tie onto the horse, and they just let them go and just went on faster and faster. Just like, it was such a relieving, freeing feeling. And I feel that, again, you guys are finally allowed to run off in a new direction this month. I know that sounds contradictory to the way that the world is right now, but you have it. So, I mean, literally, there it is, 8 of Cups, the moving forward. And yeah, there might have to be some emotional goodbyes. We might have to emotionally leave something behind that we don't really want to and that we are attached to, or we've become attached to in some way, something that we've gotten used to. But, excuse me, I need to get some tea. My throat is like super dry. I didn't want to like go into a coughing fit on you guys. But yeah, leaving something behind that has never even given you what you wanted in the first place. So it's really important here that you are open to this. And I don't really think it's going to be much of a problem this year. Or well, this month. The way 2020 is going, it feels like every month is a goddamn year, right? Oh my God. So let's look at this a little deeper. Yeah. Why are you compromising your own emotional well-being for this situation? Again, for some level of pride, I can't let that go. But let it go. And that's really what that 4 of Cups reverse, 8 of Cups is right here. 5 of Wands reverse. Something you're never going to win at. Or, I mean, you've already won, so to continue fighting. Like, you can't win anymore at this. It's just going to continue down this road of people using you because they know that you can't let go of something that's, like, half-assed. You can't let it go. If somebody's not satisfied with something, you're going to go back to it. You're going to fix it. You're going to make it best. You're going to find the best way. You're going to explain it to them. And you're going to do it all in record time. But you don't have to do that anymore. Why am I going to do that for you again? What do I get out of it? Nothing. So I'm going to do that for myself. What do I love? I love to do this, but I love to also get celebration for it. I like to receive something in return for it. I like to feel good about it. I like to be putting my heart and soul into this. I want to do something I enjoy, and I want people to enjoy it and tell me that they enjoy it and not just beat me down and tell me all the other things that they, want out of this, or, push me down so they can get more out of me. I'm done with that. I'm going to find people that appreciate it. I'm going to find this situation. I mean, look at how good this looks. Do I even have to put this into words? I mean, that is just beautiful. Let's look at love a little bit, because that feels significant too. If you have been battling whether or not a relationship is fulfilling you, I do think that we're going to feel the weight of that this month, or understand at least. Get to conclusions really about where this sadness comes from, where the dissatisfaction comes from, where this depression, this real lull in terms of love and relationship is, if you're in one. And if you're not, we're feeling quite lonely, it feels like, for some of you, for those that are really single. But there's, yeah, and because we're lonely, because we're feeling a little bit alone, some of us, it's hard because you guys are very social creatures, and this has been really hard, right? You're not really the type that's going to be like, let's just like text. I want to go out and do something. I want to go on an adventure. I want to experience something with you. And that's really hard to do in 2020, right? We can all experience things from our homes, but not really together. So, yeah. Queen of Wands with the Hermit and the Ten of Swords reversed. We want that new beginning. We don't want to be alone anymore. We don't want to be feeling that way, but it's also given us a lot of time to pull the swords out of our back, to spend with ourselves, to really learn what it is that we want and what it is that we need, and the difference between those things. The difference between a quick fix that's going to make us feel good and something that we know is what we really want, is what we really are called to get. So I also think this month, if easy love falls into your lap, that person that you know is toxic, that ex that you know you should stay away from, that person that seems too good to be true and you're getting something in your intuition about that, you gotta ignore it. I mean, oh my God, what am I saying? I didn't mean to say that. Don't ignore it. Don't ignore it. Sorry about that. I don't know what just happened. I just like flubbed up real hard. Don't ignore it. Because it's right. This person could be seeing somebody else, or it's just not... It's a game that you don't want to play. And what you see about this person will be upsetting for you if you start to look into it. So just be aware of people that come in the guise that looks just way too good to be true. They're all wrapped up for Christmas. They're feeling lonely. They want to get back with their Sag. They want to have a good time. Don't do it. Don't do it right now. Because people are attracted to you this month like no other. And it's because they know that you're in this powerful change mode. But you have got to be emotionally on your toes about what's real and what's not. Don't let people that... How do I say this? I'm trying to think of a term. There's a specific term for this. Their words are too sweet. You probably shouldn't taste them. Okay, like just don't. That is not a term. I can't think of the term I'm trying to think of right now, but their words are sweet and they fill you up, they make you feel great, but it's not good for you and you know it. You know it's poison. You know it's not real. You know it's all there because they're gilding the situation. You won't get to see what's inside. You won't get to see what's behind the mask if I, can distract you and dazzle you long enough. And I can tell you all these great things about yourself and I can agree with everything you're saying and all this. They're just trying to get what they can out of you, but the situation is shady. So again, be emotionally on your toes. Talk to people that you feel are right. What you need to pay attention to this. It's almost like gut feeling to me is the combination of these three right now. And, other readers might like read it as something else, etc. But when you're channeling, cards come up as a specific message. And this is specifically just saying, really pay attention with your intuition and your gut. It is not going to lie to you this month. It is going to be so on point. It is scary. So even though there might be a part of you that's like, oh, but like I really want to. If there is something inside of you that's like, no, do this instead. Or like, shut off the phone, ignore them. Or don't go home with them. Or whatever it might be, don't do it. Because it's trying to warn you. And your intuition is on point. Pay attention because they will be strong. They will be strong, the messages. If you ask for guidance and messages right now, you will feel them very strongly. And by turning down that snaky snake, or that situation that kind of feels like more of a test than anything, you get something better. You get rewarded for that. How do we get rewarded for that? Man, and you thought doing all the good things that you've been doing, especially in terms of work, was never going to pay off, or all the things that you've done, like, oh my God, why am I doing all this good stuff if I never get anything in return? I keep putting in my effort here, there, everywhere, and what do I get for it? Minimum wage? Are you serious? Like, no, thank you. But in terms of love, it pays off. Something better comes in, and wait for it, okay? It's just the beginnings at the end of this year. But you do have something better, maybe with a water sign. But to me, this feels like it's more around that Cancer full moon. Somebody who you emotionally connect with. And that's really such a different feeling than whatever this other person brings in, which is all fire and spice and like, oh my God. Like, they dazzle you. You don't need to get dazzled this month. You need a slow burn. You need something that hits you in your gut and grows from there, okay? And you will get that. Falling in love's on the table in 2021 if you've been single for a while, and it's with a person that you didn't expect, somebody that's much better than what you've had before, somebody who's ready to put in the work. But again, it's not a rush, is what I want to say. It's not a rush. There's peace there. There's peace in the beginning to this. So don't let all this other stuff where everybody is just drawn to you right now like get in the way, because there's just so many people that are into you, and you just gotta step off. Like, tell them to just step off right now. Shut off the dating apps this month. I just shut them off. Full stop. Because like literally you guys are just attracting everybody. Just everybody. It's the energy that I get for you. And yet none of it's right. Let's see. Let's pull an oracle. Then we're going to be done here. I love you guys so much. If you want to book a reading, all the information is below in the description box. And do make sure to subscribe, guys. Check out your readings for your other placements. Ooh, and I just looked up at the clock and it was 2222. 222. I always feel like I'm going to say it wrong. But Destiny is your card here. What a beautiful card this is. And look at how peaceful. This feels very peaceful, right? And you guys need some peace right now. Your active power is the key to your destiny. Like a sacred flute player enticing your truth of spirit out into the light of day, own your power, because you are made of power. An active power comes from a place of passion within your deepest being. It is an expression of your totality of who you are in the world. To find your active power is to live your dreams. What would you do if you could do anything? Discover what that is and then do it. To find your power is to find your destiny. So, you're finding your power this month. It's beautiful. Love you guys so, so much. If you want to, again, book a private reading, all that info is below. If you are interested in getting your astrology, your birth chart done, compatibility, numerology, do check out Truly Divine. You can use my code Deku30 for 30% off. You can use that as many times as you like. And just have a wonderful Yuletide season, guys. And I'll see you in 2021. I may be doing the 2021 to 2022 readings. I'm not sure. Life has been a little crazy right now, so I'm not sure I'm going to have the time, but we will see. All right. I love you guys so much. Namaste. Happy birthday.